Hey guys, it's Frenzy27, and I'm gonna talk about The Leftovers. These are movies that I technically saw during my summer break, but they didn't come out during the summer, so they're not summer movies. So they're The Leftovers, so I'm gonna review two movies that came out during the spring that I only saw till the summer break. First one I'm gonna talk about is Evil Dead. Now, I know nothing about Evil Dead, never seen an Evil Dead movie. All I know is that Bruce Campbell has a chainsaw and he says groovy. That's all I know about Evil Dead. That's pretty much it. So, the only reason I saw this movie was because I had never heard a bad review for it. Everyone just said across the board, phenomenal movie. It's just so good. And lately I've been trying to see a lot more horror movies. I've been trying to widen my horror circle and see some more cool horror movies. So I figured, give this one a shot. And, I can't say it was the most original movie of the year. It wasn't like anything new or groundbreaking outside the box, horror-wise. Well, to be fair, it was The Cabin in the Woods has been delayed for a few years, so the fact that it came out the year before Evil Dead was, I think, pretty unfortunate. So everyone's gonna think it's ripping off Cabin in the Woods, where it's actually the opposite. But the problem with Evil Dead is that it's just basically they go to the cabin in the woods, of course. Bad things start happening. They can't call for help, and they get killed off one by one. Nothing that new. And it did succumb to a couple pretty bad horror cliches I just really hate. Like, there's one, they do really dumb decisions, like, why would you go down to the cellar with, no flashlight? Why would you take the Book of the Dead? Why would you open it? Why would you read it alone in a room? Dumb stuff like that. Little stuff. Ultimately forgivable in the long run. But the one horror cliche they did that I cannot stand, 2013, you'd think horror movies would stop doing this. The thing at the end of the movie where you think the bad guy is dead, and then they think they're about to leave, and just about to, the bad guy comes back and kills one of them, and there's a 20-minute conclusion all about killing this new bad guy. Oh, I hate that cliche. That needs to die slowly and painfully. It's the worst cliche in the history of horror, and they just keep doing it movie after movie. I hated that. I just when that happened in this movie, I was just like, oh, come on. But aside from that, I thought it was a decent movie. It accomplished what it set out to do. I like the actors were pretty good. Some of the characters were a little underdeveloped, but I did like that they're mostly new faces. You haven't seen these guys in any movies, so I thought, well, yeah, I like the new people other than the same two guys in the same horror movies every the movie, and they weren't just like, I'm scared. They were actually, you could tell they were actually scared and terrified, which I did like. I thought that was actually pretty cool. They were great. It must be hard to fake that. Gore-wise is the pinnacle. So much gore, there's just blood everywhere. I think it's actually probably the most violent film I've ever seen. The former record holder was actually Breaking Dawn Part 1 of all things, the birth scene. Don't even ask. But now it's this movie, so you can not yell at me anymore. And, they did go for a couple of dramatic moments here and there, which I did like. I did like that they went for some dramatic scenes, especially near the end of the movie. But, overall, I thought Evil Dead, for someone who's never seen an Evil Dead movie, it's decent. It accomplishes what it's out to do. Is it the most original, groundbreaking horror movie of all time? No, but for what it was, it got the job done. The second movie I want to talk about, The Leftovers, is Pain and Gain. Now, I'm obviously a Michael Bay fan, and I'll make no apologies for that. And, of course, everyone's criticized him for, overuse of, slow-motion explosions and sunset, helicopters at sunset, and all this crazy, military porn, or whatever it's called. But, I was wanting to see Pain and Gain just because it was Michael Bay directing it. He's been wanting to make this movie for a while, and the Transformers movies got in the way. But, this one I actually thought, if you don't like Michael Bay, if you just hate everything he stands for, and hate his movies and what he does in his direction style, see this movie, because I think you'll like it. Because he kind of grows up a bit in this movie. He kind of doesn't do, the cliches, or, the over-directing style that every Michael Bay movie does. And, because it's a true story, allegedly. I don't know anything about it, but, it does get pretty crazy. At one point, they stop the movie dead, and they say, this is still a true story, when it gets especially crazy. Which I thought was a little overkill, but it was entertaining enough. But, I thought the movie, it was entertaining. It was kind of like Fight Club. It kept breaking the rules and kept bending everything that was going on. They keep switching narrators every 5 seconds. So every character at some point gets a narration. I thought it could take you out of the movie, but I definitely thought it was interesting enough. It kept you on your toes. You wanted to keep watching it, which I thought was pretty cool. The story goes to a couple crazy places, so yeah, but like I said, if you don't like Michael Bay, see this movie. You might like it because he definitely stays away from all the cliches he always does. So yeah, I thought Pain Game, it was really entertaining. It was definitely kept my interest. There was a lot of like if it's really different and out there movie, so you have to give them credit for doing that. So I give it a 7 out of 10. I'd give Evil Dead a 7 out of 10 as well. I forgot to mention that. Those are my reviews of The Leftovers. 2 decent movies. And some more movies season coming up. And of course, Comic-Con. Prince227 out.